Howdy doody, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your October 20 tarot reading. I want to wish you all the best in peace, love, joy, prosperity, harmony, bliss, and abundance throughout all moments in space and time. I'm going to get your cards shuffled up here real quick, Capricorn, and then we'll have a little discussion and looky-loo, and to see what's coming in for you in the month of October, year is 2020. All right, Capricorn, we'll cut the deck and we'll have a little look and see. All right. The Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is a month of practicality, and that's fine. This is a month to hold back onto giving in to temptations, desires, and emotions, especially the ones that keep you from, having the time that you feel is necessary to practically get your outcomes to where you want them to be. Be very careful of distracting things coming in for you in the first week of October, Capricorn. These could come up as signs of people begging for your time, people asking for your service, asking for help, these sorts of things. You can be an amazing person and go out and help as many people as you want, but the other side of it where, well, thanks for the help. Well, now just come over and watch the game, or let's go to the pub and have a few brewskis. Come on, it's been forever since we've had a few, right? This sort of thing. Or, let's talk about the same old dribble drabble. And Capricorn might be more tending to say, sorry, I've got to run. I've got things to go. I've got people to see. I've got business to attend to take care of. And that's fine. So some of our Capricorns may not be feeling overly social this month. They might not be feeling overly as empathic or empathetic as well. So if you are cross-watching for a Capricorn and you're trying to get them to be super cuddly and lovey-dovey, you may find that it's going to happen on Capricorn's terms, because it's one of those things where the mood has to be present in order for the feelings to flow. And I'm not chirping you, Capricorn, and saying that I feel like your heart energy is shut off, right? But what could we be doing here? Where could we be giving a little bit more in terms of service? And that's up to you. It's not up to me to tell you what your traits and your values should be. But when I see the Queen of Cups reversed like this, it just means you could be dealing with somebody who is manipulative and underhanded, or you have to keep in check the subtle things that you do, which is a normal part of your day, that someone more sensitive to you might feel as though, oh, that wasn't very nice, or they could have done more there, and that sort of thing. But again, you look out for number one, but you just may find that this month and this Mercury retrograde, along with Mars being here, being reserved, and then having to accommodate others, it might feel like a stretch, like a big distraction to you. And hopefully it's not anything too major, but I don't like to see her there. Some of our Capricorn friends need to be very wary, again, of the fall habits, the things that we do to comfort ourselves and the changing of the seasons, to feel the familiarity and everything changing. We have to keep an eye on moderation in all things as we move into this month with her there. For some of you, it just means that you could be having trouble with Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer in terms of communication and feeling in your relationships with water signs through the first part of this month. But that's okay. It's just part about Capricorn style, which I truly commend you for. I truly love you for this ability, being like, you know what? Yesterday's gone. Tuesday's gone with the wind, baby. We can't sit here and drag old ghosts out into the night and talk about this, that, or the other thing. But for Capricorn, it's not feeling real, and it's not feeling real because in order for it to feel real and exciting and optimistic, it's got to be about the future. Because what can we do about the past? How can we change the past? Somebody might be even coming in wanting you to strongly look at the past, and you're having none of it. You're not wanting to go over and re-adjudicate or reconsider or think about the way things might have been. Like, that's just an absolute waste of your time. But the Six of Cups reversed here is saying that the mindset is very much about the future. This is very much, and again, some of you may have old friends that reach out to you and you practically say, hey, you know what? It's been 2.5 years. I mean, we work together in accounting. Like, what do you want? And it doesn't have to be a text or a call. This could be like social media invites being like, oh, we miss you. Like what I just did, right? Like, we miss you. We haven't seen your face, you know, and you're like, oh, I remember when hanging out with those people or being around those people, and was never really that great of a time anyways. Why would I trek through the past? And it's saying that October isn't really the time to do that. We've got 2 reversals now on 2 6s here. Be careful about defeatist mentality, us versus them, I win versus them, or they win versus me. If we can pull our minds out of any kind of competitive mindset, whether we're competing against others or competing against ourselves, we can make great strides this month in terms of like not falling privy to our own thoughts of not being good enough or not having a high enough esteem or not being challenged enough, whatever it might be. I feel as though things could be a lot more relaxed in your environment, Capricorn, yet there's this sort of this push or this drive to really take what's yours analytically and in the everyday scene. But we have to watch that we don't go too far ahead, and we have to watch that if something doesn't go according to plan, that we just write it off. We just immediately say, okay, well, you know, and throw your hands up and walk away. You'll be wanting to avoid those sorts of moments as well. But again, I feel like for some of you watching, this was about a busted bridge in a relationship with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, that either you're trying to mend or they're trying to mend. And in doing so, it's like adding to a little bit more confusion than what Capricorn had originally bargained for. And there may come a point this month where you tell this person to take off, like to leave me alone, or to mind their own business even. They could go like that far. It's interesting the way these cards come up. All right. And the 7 of Swords here. All right. Again, I feel as though if there's anybody in your environment that is trying to pit you against another person, or anyone in your environment that is speaking ill or gossiping about you this month, Capricorn, as long as you play your cards right and you remain in this quiet optimism of the future, this person will be outed. The 7 of Swords, sometimes is when the 7 of Swords is not there, we think we can't see the sneaky person. We can't see the sneaky thing that's going on. But when the 7 of Swords is up there, yes, it's still sneaky, but the suspicion turns into evidence, and the evidence turns into exposure, and therefore there may be a situation by the end of the month, Capricorn, some of you are actually feeling vindicating and being able to tell people like, look, you didn't have to make me feel defeated about the situation, because look at how things turned on a dime, and now I'm back to say I told you so, or I was right all along, or whatever the situation may be. Because some of these things that are going on are very emotionally charged, I feel, especially for our Capricorns that are in relationships. So when these subtle things do arise, make sure whatever we're doing, whatever we're saying, is in regard to like the future being the foremost thing. We can't worry about yesterday. We may be telling other people that we can't fix yesterday. All we can do is heal today and look forward to the future, right? Because some of you, again, you may just be straight up caring for a mindset of somebody who is being over emotional and they're not thinking straight either. And you may be their grounding essence. You may be like their rock this month, but it feels oh so tiresome, or oh so much like it pulls away from the level of happiness and the level of gains that you might be able to get or make if, we could just put this past away, right? I forget that song, but yeah, one of those dealy boppers. All right, Capricorn, pleasure to read for you as always. Have a wonderful month. We'll see you again in November.